Hi, this is Mike Human of G2M Research. We're here at Flash Memory Summit 2019 doing our In the Hot Seat interviews. And in the hot seat today is Kevin Deierling of Mellanox. Kevin is the Senior VP of Marketing for Mellanox. Kevin, so how's it going?
It's great. It's great to be here. I think I've known you for a
Absolutely.
long, long
A long
time,
time.
back when the Earth was cooling.
That's right. It does seem like it was that long ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But it's great to be here.
So you guys have been a fixture at Flash Memory Summit now for a long time. What do you have that you're showing this year that's nice and exciting?
Yeah, so we're showing our latest, greatest ConnectX-6, which is 200 gigabit per second.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, so it's both InfiniBand and Ethernet, so we can do
Nice.
both. Ethernet storage fabric is our switch-based solution, and really an end-to-end solution with our adapters, NICs, and our switches. So great stuff.
Very cool. That's very cool. So, obviously one of the big news of the past few months is that you guys were finally acquired by NVIDIA. I'm sure that's exciting and bittersweet kind of all at the same time. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so the acquisition was announced in March, and we're still going through the regulatory process. So until then, we're acting as independent companies. They've always been a good partner of ours.
Yeah.
So they use our InfiniBand and our Ethernet interconnect to
Very
connect
nice.
their DGX platforms. They're actually one of the companies that's in our booth as a partner, showing how we can build supercomputers together, AI and machine learning platforms.
Well, and you hit upon something that's obviously been very big in the show, and that's the idea that if you're looking at solutions like AI, machine learning, that high-speed networking is becoming more and more important, and high-speed storage.
Yeah, we say that about our Ethernet storage fabric. It's really a replacement for fiber channel. And Flash Memory Summit, the reason we're here, people always ask, why are you here? You guys don't do Flash. But faster storage needs faster networks.
Absolutely.
And that's what our Ethernet storage fabric's about. And now, if you think about what's happening on the compute side with folks like AI and machine learning with our partner NVIDIA, faster compute needs faster networking.
Absolutely.
So whether it's storage or the compute side, it's this perpetual game of leapfrog. And right now, they've leapfrogged us, so that's why we've come out with the 100 gig and 200 gig. We need to crank up the speeds.
Well, and I think the world has proved that no matter how fast your network is, it's never fast enough, right?
Exactly.
We probably remember the old days when storage was the slow part of the whole equation. That's definitely not the case anymore. It seems.
No, that's actually a great development for everyone, for the industry, but certainly for us. Back in the days of spinning rust, hard disk drives,
Yes, exactly.
it took, that's a mechanical operation to move that arm and go find the data that you're looking for. Took 10 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Milliseconds is kind of how human people think. And
Yes.
computers think in nanoseconds.
Yeah.
Networking thinks in nanoseconds. So now that we've changed, a couple orders of magnitude,
Yes.
1,000 times faster in terms of
Exactly.
the storage, so we're starting to think about nanoseconds instead of milliseconds. You need a really fast network.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you've got a couple other partners in your booth. I know Pure Storage and Weka.io, and they're kind of different ends of the storage spectrum in a lot of ways. What can you tell me that you're working on with them?
Yeah, so really we got some great things going. Those guys have adopted our Rocky
Yeah.
technology. So Pure was one of the first guys out there with an all-flash array that was connecting
Absolutely.
to block storage with Rocky. So they were doing the NVMe over fabrics. They wrote some great blogs. Roland Dreyer there wrote some great blogs about why they chose Rocky ahead of Fiber Channel
Yes.
to do their first platform. So that was really critical that they did that. And then Weka is at a higher level. They're doing a file system. So instead of blocks, they're actually doing a file system. Those sorts of platforms, depending on the use case, either are really, really fantastic. Both of them support InfiniBand. Both of them support Ethernet with Rocky. So we're great, very happy to have those partners here. And frankly, all the other vendors that are here, if we had more space in our booth to bring in more partners,
There you go.
we could, because almost everybody is using our Rocky technology.
That's true.
Or InfiniBand or both.
That's very true. And it's interesting. Certainly, if you look at what NVMe over Fabric has enabled, it's obviously on the front end it provides lower latency and all that great stuff. In the back end, it's really opened up the potential for doing a lot of new architectures with arrays and storage in general.
Yeah, totally agree. It's interesting. You talk about the front end and the back end. We've always been huge in the back end.
Right.
So if you look at a EMC box from Dell EMC, one of the big VMAXs or the Isilon boxes, inside of that box is InfiniBand.
Yes.
Also, even things like Oracle with their databases. Inside the box, it's us. That's the back end storage. Nobody knew it, that we were inside the box. And the reason they put us inside the box is because we have the highest performance IOPS and bandwidth and lowest latency and scalability, all of those things. And you get this crazy thing called write amplification. You do one access from the front and it turns into 5 or 10 in the back.
Exactly.
Because you're striping and mirroring and doing all these cool things with RAID. So they needed the best fabric inside of their box. But today, all of a sudden with software defined, you're sort of blurring the lines between front and back.
Exactly.
It's collapsing in a hyper-converged sort of manner.
Yeah.
And everything's traveling over the network, which is why we've seen such explosive growth in this storage area.
That's right.
And all our partners.
Well, and if you remember, the first time I think we ran into each other was when I worked for a fiber channel company who was building clustering cards on InfiniBand for NetApp. That was like 20 years ago. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something you guys have been in for a long time.
That was actually our very first customer.
Yes, it was.
Was back doing that clustering solution for NetApp. So
that's right.
That's going back a long way.
That's a long ways back.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to tell me about what you guys are doing at the show, or what life looks like 5 years from now? I mean, obviously faster network speeds are going to be coming with us, right? We'll be at 100 gig or 1,000 gigabit, with their terabit speeds at some point.
There you go. Right? We'll have to start getting rid of some zeros somehow.
Yeah.
So the other really critical thing that happened was actually about an hour north of here. This is my first day here at Flash Memory Summit.
Okay.
Because I've actually been up at San Francisco at the AMD EPIC launch.
Oh, okay.
So they introduced their new CPU, and the killer thing there is this is the first x86 CPU platform, and we saw announcements from our partners like HPE and Lenovo and Dell and Supermicro that they all are supporting this new EPIC. And the EPIC has native PCI Express Gen 4 connectivity.
Wow.
And Gen 4 is great because it helps us get the bandwidth out of the box.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have so many PCI Express lanes, and they're Gen 4 lanes on the new EPIC processor, that they can do 24 NVMe drives.
Wow.
And still have lanes left over that we can plug in our 200 gig adapters.
That's incredible. That is a lot of lanes.
And get the bandwidth out of the box. And there's no PCI Express switch needed.
That's
128 lanes.
So we've always been, limited. 64 lanes was a lot, right?
Right.
On most processors. So 128 is a big deal, especially Gen 4.
Yeah, it's a
4x
big deal.
the bandwidth. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's fantastic. We're excited about PCI Express Gen 4. We're excited about all the connectivity. And, whenever there's competition, it makes everybody better.
That's
right. It makes everybody better. So when we used to look behind us with the rocky space and we didn't see anyone, you actually don't like that. Are you wandering off into the desert in the wrong direction?
Are you a pioneer ready to get an arrow on the back?
Exactly.
Right? That's what you worry about.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So now when we look behind us and we see some hungry dogs chasing us, it's a good thing. It makes us run faster.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, anything else you want to talk about, or anything else exciting that's going on?
Yeah, so I think the other key thing, we're really seeing this Ethernet storage fabric take off.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are talking about Rocky now.
Yes.
So it's becoming mainstream. There's some interesting things that people are talking about with native Ethernet attached storage. We're involved with a whole bunch of those discussions. What I will say is that I started working on what is now called NVMe drives back in 2007.
Wow.
And it took that long to get a new interface. I think people underestimate how long it takes to get a new interface. We actually think that there's a tremendous amount of momentum and really growth to come on the native NVMe drives.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're bringing that out of the box with NVMe over Fabrics, with our Rocky solutions. And a lot of people think, oh, next year you're going to have Ethernet-attached SSDs. I'm a little bit skeptical on how fast that's going to happen. We'll be there. We have the best Ethernet solutions in the world on the networking side. So we'll be there with our partners, but I think there's a lot of legs left in the NVMe drive.
Yeah, and I think people are certainly, I remember when people proposed fiber, there's fiber channel hard disk drives back then.
Yep.
They were actually Ethernet hard disk
Absolutely.
drives, right? And fiber channel ones worked in arrays, but even then they kind of got replaced over time because it was just something that there wasn't a lot of demand for. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes, but I agree. I think NVMe's got a lot of legs to it.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much,
Absolutely.
Kevin. Always great
chat.
talking to you.
That was fun.
Thank you.
Pleasure.